Greetings, family. Greetings, brothers and sisters. Whoa. There's something crazy that's been happening in Africa, in which Africa is the least polluter, like the whole of Africa. When we talk about the pollution, climate change, and all those nonsenses, we look at the biggest polluters being the US,
The first
the
world, what they
China.
call themselves.
Yeah. But Africa pollutes like I think either 4 or 0.4%. And nowadays, especially in the last 2 years, they've been pushing climate. I don't know what climate, African climate initiatives and all that down our throats. Remember, there's something that was started by UNFCCC on climate change, United Nations Framework on Climate Change, called carbon credits, in which if you are a company in the US and you want to pollute, you can come to Africa and buy carbon credits. Carbon credits is like a permit for you to pollute. Now, guys, we are here talking about what Germany is trying to do to South Africa. And we saw them doing that to Nigeria. Germany went to Nigeria and said that they are going to venture into drilling and buying the Nigerian natural gas. And President Tinubu clapped. In return, he was going to get some amount of money in which he was supposed to convert his country, which is one of the richest countries when it comes to oil in Africa, converted to a green economy. That means no use of fossil fuels, go to solar energy, wind energy, I don't know what, something that cannot push you to development. But for them, they are going to carry their natural gas and take it out there. And remember, Germany is the one of the countries that use coal, like those fossil fuels, highly in Europe. But now they are coming to give you something so that you convert country into a green economy. So Nigeria accepted. But now we are seeing South Africa. And I think South Africa has accepted as well, only that Jacob Zuma's party, MK, has slammed the German coal funding offer as hypocritical and form of neocolonial arrogance. And it is, because we are only polluting 4%. Even if we stopped using fossil fuel, 96% will continue being polluted. But now we are being pushed into it, being blamed for it, so that they can continue buying our forests, you know. And that is a form of a new colonialism. They are coming to take away our lands. Because once they buy the credits, where will we get the credits ourselves?
When you need it.
You see? So this is a scam that is coming into our, homesteads, and our leaders are not seeing this. So, in a statement released on Monday, the Umkhonto weSizwe Party (MK) vehemently rejected a German offer to fund the acceleration of South Africa's transition away from coal-fired power stations. And we know South Africa has been having big problems with power. We saw before elections a lot of load shedding. One part of the country doesn't have power for like 2 days as we wait for the other. How do you even work? You see, it's crazy, and South Africa is not even a small economy. So things are happening so that these things can be implemented. We remember South Africa even had nuclear power. Nowadays, is it even working? You see? So the party MK specifically criticized Germany for continuing to rely heavily on coal while simultaneously pressuring South Africa to abandon it. Berlin has reportedly offered the South African government a $9.3 billion loan in exchange for shutting down the country's coal-fired power station. Loan, $9.3 billion in loan. So MK said, and I quote, "This move by Germany is spectacularly hypocritical because Germany itself continues to place reliance on coal as a source of electricity. Germany is the second largest country in the EU in terms of coal-fired electricity generation. 7 of the EU's top 10 emitters are German power plants. 7 of the
And you
top
want us to shut down ours.
7 of the EU's top 10 emitters are Germany power plants. The MK also argued that the proposed just transition away from coal should be subject to a thorough, transparent, and internally driven debate involving all stakeholders and local communities. The Umkhonto we Sizwe Party condemns this lone and attempt by Western countries to paralyze South Africans' ability to grow the economy, reduce poverty, and fight inequality. The opposition party said, urging the government to resist what they perceive as an attempt to impose this transition through flashing blood money and pressure from new colonists. This is a plan to put South Africa in debt, and they're coming with this narrative of climate change. So they are talking about a 9.3 billion loan. Do you know Nigeria is getting the same from their gas? So you come, you take my gas from Nigeria, you come, you take my coal from South Africa, but you don't want me to continue using that. You want me to be a green economy. Well, you know that green economy cannot run, my economy. Because when you talk about solar, it's during the day. But when you go talk about the wind, it's here, there. So what do you want me to?
Guaranteed that you.
Some countries don't have rivers. So what do you want me to use? You will be selling me electricity, you'll be giving me loans, so I remain indebted to you. It's crazy.
Do you know there's a province in South Africa, Mpumalanga province, which is run by that, just coal, Emalahleni. That place is just about coal and that energy that these guys are saying, shut it down and we'll give you what is $9.3 billion, honestly?
It's crazy.
The province
And it's
itself,
a loan.
the province, the economy of that province is majorly run by that coal production, coal everything. And for you to now say shut it down, how many job opportunities, how many employment have you shut down? How many homes have you made to suffer in the narrative of this energy is not good, we need to run to green energy, climate change, I don't know what, and you are continuing to use that very same dirty energy to run your economy. So for South Africans to not even know about this and to not even care and to not even be on Twitter, because South Africans are huge on Twitter, they discuss issues and they happen. Just last month, we saw Chidima from Nigeria being told not to continue to run for Miss South Africa pageant because she wasn't South African through Twitter.
I think we discussed the non-important things.
Exactly. Through Twitter, they did it and it happened. Chidima is now in Nigeria and she won in Nigeria, not in South Africa, because South Africans said, no, it can't happen in our country. Look at this huge thing that can affect a whole province, a whole country. People will lose their jobs. Most people even have family in Pumalang, even if they're in Joburg, even if they're in other provinces, they still have family in this province. So you want to tell me it's not important, you're not even going to discuss it, and you are going to focus on issues that are not important for your country, for the growth, or because it's coming from Germany. Because we have heard a lot of people saying that South Africans don't care if anything comes from Zungu or Umlungu, it's okay. Germans are saying we shut it down. Well and good, let us shut it down. But if it was an African saying that do this and do that, don't do that, they wouldn't even listen to you. But because it's from Germany, well, the Germans have something good for us. Let us take the loan and shut down our own things. So, South Africans, may you be more open minded to issues that are going to affect your economy, your livelihoods, more than issues that are just going to affect your reputation. Because the Chidima story for me, it was all about reputation, not the economy. I don't know what South Africans need for them to understand that life is not about xenophobia. Let me not even bring xenophobia into this. I don't know what South Africans need for them to realize that life is bigger than just the self-hate, than just the hate against fellow African brothers and sisters. There's bigger issues. There's this issue at hand, and probably 2% of the population knows what is happening. It's probably even the MK party that knows. The general population doesn't even care. One day you'll wake up and you hear the mines in Emalahleni no longer work. Emalahleni, mines are going to be shut down. You don't even know where it started. Exactly. You don't even know where it started, when it started. But do you know what would happen if Germans were to run that? South Africans would celebrate. And even if you could come for me, South Africans, in the comment section, I know for a fact that you would celebrate Germans taking over your mines than your government running the mines and making sure that they don't shut down. They would even say this is better for our economy. The Germans, will improve. The Germans will do what is best for our minds. They wouldn't look at the issue in terms of why is our government letting us down? Why is our government not taking charge of our, minerals, of our resources? For them, it would be celebration of, wow, Germans are here. Let us celebrate. The Mzungu, the Umlungu is here to save us. May we wake up as South Africans. May we see things for what they are and not for the narrative that is being sold to us.
And for the Africans, the general population of Africa, wherever you are, anything climate change is, you are supposed to take it with a pinch of salt, because it has now become a business. And if Africa will become a green economy, it has to start from the 96%
Exactly.
of the polluters. We have to see the Europe, the US, the China starting to become green economies, stop from using fossil
Let
fuels
us all
and
stop
coal,
if we are stopping.
then they can come for the 4%. But now talking about coming to switch off the 4% so that they can continue switching on the 96% doesn't make sense. So if you're in government, you have to take this with a pinch of salt and continue, like we are seeing most countries. Doesn't mean Mali and Niger have stopped using the fossil fuel. Continue using them, develop your
That's
industries,
the
your
only way you can
economy,
get rid of that.
like they did. Then, if they see like they will be dying in the next, I don't know how many years, they are going to switch off their coal-fired stations and all that.
And
And
now
now
come
we'll
and tell
follow
us, let us
suit.
also
Yeah,
switch off.
exactly. But first from them, then to us. Guys, let us know what you think in the comment section.
If you would love to support us, we have these beautiful Fulani heads going for only $50. You can order on that number or via WhatsApp or Telegram or the email down below. You can also support us by buying us coffee. It's quite cold in Kenya. The coffee is very, very much vital for the continuation of this channel. So please support us also by buying us coffee. One coffee goes for $5 and we'll appreciate all the coffees that you can buy for us. You can also support us by liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing these videos. Let us empower our people with information. Let us open the eyes of our fellow Africans to say we have bigger issues to deal with. Let us focus on what matters, what will grow our economy, what will affect us as the African black child. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye bye.